So today is a Lego convention, and I bought these pretty cool t-shirts back in 2012. It says that right up here, 2012 brick shirts, and I'm gonna be going with my girlfriend. I asked her which one should I wear. I like to wear this one because I kind of like to wear that every day when I'm filming, but I do love the color green, and I really want to wear this one too. Welcome back, guys, to Build and Feed. It's episode 39, and I really want to show you guys today's episode. The only thing I ask for you is to push that little bell, because recently, YouTube has not been recommending my stuff to anyone, and I put a lot of hard work and effort in these videos, and that's all I want from you guys is to really improve your lives. But if Big Brother is always like stepping on the little guy, just every single time I post a video with copywritten music, it's just like, oh, let's not show this to anyone. And so recently, if there's anything with copywritten music, it's just like 10 views. But as soon as I post something with Sigmox music, it's just like, oh, a few hundred views, you know? So I don't understand that algorithm. So I'm trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. So all I'm asking from you is to just push that little bell icon. That way you're notified when the next video I upload. I try to do every Tuesday, Wednesday, because that's when I'm off work. I like to post in the morning because people on the East Coast of the USA have enough time later in the day to still see my stuff relatively early. I really once talked about this Brickfest convention. I went with my girlfriend. There's a little VIP badge that they're handing out at the door. Unfortunately, when we're walking by, I heard some of the security people at the door saying that none of the barcodes were working on the little QR code to get into the place. So they were just like accepting everyone in that had just any barcode, which I couldn't imagine that situation. Like, your one job sucks because of technology, and regular tickets wouldn't have had that issue if you just had a little piece of paper and just give it to someone, be like, hey, here's my ticket, and then be like, oh, cool, that easy. But beyond that, I really want to go with my girlfriend because I got her into Lego, and it's like this little infectious disease you gotta spread to everyone. But she loved the experience, which was really fascinating for me because I've been going since I was 12. So I've seen a lot of things at actually 2022 because I didn't attend the past 2 years. After a while of going so many times by yourself, it's just not as enjoyable because it's always fun to have people around you to share with. But it was a lot smaller than Brick's Cascade, and I was expecting my expectations were higher than what they were. So I looked up what to expect online from previous years of Brickfest. It was a lot more kid play oriented compared to a traditional Lego nut that has a bajillion Lego sets used and some amazing good deals and a brick bin that's like full from edge of the table to edge of the table of like random parts, so you can just buy by the bulk, by at least $15 per pound. I wanted to have some sort of bartering chip. That way I'm allowed to trade with people, because Lego minifigures are the new currency nowadays. And so I had a little baggie full of Star Wars minifigures, but then when I got there, it's like there's no specific vendors selling anything. It was just like one booth in the center of the convention center, and everything that they were selling was already items that were on the shelf, and there was nothing that was like, wow, I've never seen that before. So I wasn't impressed on that department, and I was not impressed on the overall attendees with their mocks. There's maybe like 3 or 4 individual mocks presented, which was really disappointing when you go to a convention expecting like hundreds of people to show up with their own mocks, different themes like Star Wars or City over there. That's why I was like more disappointed than usual. But seeing my girlfriend's reaction to the first time of anything Lego oriented in this huge convention style area was the highlight for me. And seeing her reaction with all the different kids around and how people act towards one another around the Lego community. I think that's the number one special thing about convention centers. The group community, you get to see people have fun. And there's not many times in your life where you actually see people have genuine fun without some sort of substance. I guess in this case, it's Lego. When we got there, the line was super long, and we thought it was gonna be a lot longer wait, but at least it was moving pretty consistently, so it wasn't just a slog of a wait. And I really wanted to go through every single one of the pieces presented because there wasn't that many. The cool thing about that, they're able to present huge sculptures in like pretty decent sized area. And I've never been like taken back and shocked by the overall designs. I was really impressed by this griffin, and like it's their baby child on their little arm or talon, whatever. But the overall color contrast I love with the white and the orange. My girlfriend and I really wanted to have a little plaque at the bottom saying who it was made by and how long it took and how many pieces. At least something to just give credit to the creator. But none of these things had any sort of information plaque. And we're super disappointed about that. Because we like to give credit where credit is due. And we want to know things. Of course, we can look up online. Well, that's not as fun when you go to a place and expecting information like a museum type place, and it's just there's nothing. There's no plaques. This next one was insane. I absolutely love this like phoenix that they presented. It was like super vibrant and natural, just being from Lego bricks, and I've never seen something as lively as this piece right here. It's honestly super beautiful, and I have no idea if they use some sort of Lego program to figure out the different angles. That gets really repetitive and tedious, and if you don't know your entire end product, you can't replace a brick in the center without taking everything else apart from the top. So a lot of times what these people do, they'll build sections at a time, and then they'll come together and compress all the parts to make it one sculpture. It's pretty cool. This boar right here has like 4 horns on its nostrils and then on its lower jaw. A lot of these were mythical creatures, and I like that because it was things that we've never seen before, and it was so imaginative and creative. I love the designs, and the color contrast was so vibrant. Every single piece had their own style. Earth tones with the darks and the blacks. It's cool, but for me, I always want to do like the extra mile, so I'll have like, I know it's supposed to be for kids, but I'll have like something like hanging out of its mouth, maybe something on its horn, like it was impaling something, maybe a saddle on the back of it. There's a lot of different creative ideas. The next one was kind of boring. It was just a regular mermaid. My girlfriend was saying how the orange as appropriate if it was like red hair for like Ariel. Alright, sculpture. The water technique they used in the base was pretty simple, but it gets the job done. I appreciate that every single color is very identifiable for a different section. So like the blue is the water, and then the gray and black is the rock, and then the blue and white is her tail, and then of course the tan would be her torso, the orange identifying her hair color. So everything's very visibly contrasting from each other, which is always good, especially in an art piece. It was pretty cool seeing Bricker Build's sculptures there. Unfortunately, Bricker Build's like the people weren't there at all. There was just an empty booth with like 5 or 6 items on it, which was super disappointing compared to what they bring on other conventions, which makes no sense to me. Because if I was presenting at a Lego convention, I would want to bring everything, because people don't know your name and you want to show the best stuff that you have ever made. But they brought a Captain America shield guitar stand, and I like this piece. I've never seen it in real life, but I've seen a lot of people online throw it around and destroy it, and it's pretty fun seeing that. I appreciate the time and effort making these huge life-size sculptures. It's just that a lot of these take way too many parts than I feel like is necessary. And when Lego made the set for like a fraction of the price, this is probably my favorite sculpture here, Mario and Luigi. My girlfriend loved this one too. That's probably her favorite. I'm not sure if it's a Bricker Build's Mario and Luigi. I'm pretty sure it was. But it was in the center of like a play bin area for kids to just add different things on the side. I've always loved Mario, and seeing like a 2-foot size Lego version of him was just amazing. I'm glad that my girlfriend saw just the wide variety of creative things people can come up with. But this one, hands down, was insanely shocking to me. I've never seen something so large and so creatively abstract as this. It's like this chimera lion, goat, dinosaur dragon style type animal. It literally has 3 heads and its tail of a snake, and it's like so outlandishly awesome. The positioning of the creature is perfect stance. It's very menacing up and close to person. It was like maybe 4 feet wide and 8 feet long, 6 feet tall. And seeing something like that with my girlfriend is just so special to me, because I remember so many years ago, Ryan from M&R Productions was saying, "Oh, girls at a Lego convention don't exist. They're a 1x5." Lego literally makes 1x5s, and I have an entire container right here. Saying that one thing never exists, such a short-minded thought process. You're really limiting yourself, what you can achieve, when you say something so ignorant as that. Because I saw that as a challenge to prove people wrong. Oh, pretty girls at Lego conventions don't exist. Well, they do exist, and I brought one. But going off to the next one, I have Charmander right here. It was so adorable. It was like another 2.5 foot sculpture of the smaller version of, because I think Charizard is the smaller version and Charmander is the evolved version. I don't know, because I'm not a Pokemon fan. I'm not gonna pretend I am one. I'm a Star Wars fan and Lego fan, but it's a super recognizable character in pop culture media, so I should be aware of it. And the next one's a 3-headed dog. This was pretty cool, just seeing the size of these sculptures and how lively positioned they are, and it didn't look out of place. The fact that it is Lego, I don't see any part that looks just outlandishly weird, any weird jagged edges. Everything seems naturally forming. I can tell that someone took a lot of time and effort to really hand sculpt at least the digital model pretty well and convert it into a Lego creator software that can make it layer by layer to give them physical instructions. And I noticed these were glued together because I did see some seams on the edges, and a lot of them had little glue spots. They kept it on pallets to make the shipping process a lot easier, which is a good idea. The next one is like this 10-foot tall Lego Darth Vader. I was standing next to it with my girlfriend. We took a selfie. I was so jealous. I wanted him so badly. I really wish the lightsaber would light up, because it's just a cylindrical red tube. It's not lit up at all. Or they see how they use a cloth for the cape instead of just a Lego brick built cape. I think it's a good choice. That way they can cut it to size and adjust it to different positions. Because if it was brick built, it would be fixed in place forever. But seeing that sculpture of Darth Vader was absolutely great. The next one wasn't as exciting. It was this Minotaur, or Centaur, one of the Tars. Body of a horse, torso of a man. The face, just, Lego does not correlate well for human features. I cannot get behind it. I don't think they should try to recreate human faces with Lego. I've only seen a few people achieve it pretty well, and the face on this one still throws me off. But besides that, it's a pretty decent sculpture. I noticed that the tip of the bow broke off, and someone had duct taped it around the left part of their arm. It was pretty funny. I'm just not particularly fond of the subject matter. And the largest Lego sculpture that they were making there was this huge, like 15 by 30 Lego display of DC versus Marvel. And they've made this previous years, some booths that are lined up with different parts that people are allowed to make little sections of this huge mural. And my girlfriend and I noticed this like halfway through as they're making it on the first quarter. And then we came back later in the convention and we noticed that they've gotten like 4 rows done within like 30-40 minutes. So I was thinking, technically, so every 10 minutes they get a row done, and we count how many rows are left, and we're like, oh cool, there's only like 30 minutes left. Watch them build it and chill. Because I really didn't want to build Lego for someone else. I was just done. I just want to chill and relax and view other people building. Because I build so often and so much. But seeing it come together panel by panel was absolutely great, seeing that with my girlfriend. But that's all I want to talk about for the Lego convention. Let's go build something with Theed. So I finished cleaning up this room. I took out one of these tables because it was just getting way too cramped. I was like bumping into things over here and knocking things over off the shelf. So I took that one table and placed it in the sorting room because there's just a lot more area for me to kind of walk around. On top of that, all these parts were like super annoying to walk back and forth just to build. So might as well have feed be built right here and then have all the sorting section right here. That way I have a huge surface area to work on feed, as well as if I'm going through the parts and find a cool, nice parts usage, I can just like put it on the city, which is like right there. It also helps that I have my curved TV. I think it's like a 52-inch curved TV. And I did a digital version of feed, which I'm able to just put that stud.io file onto this TV, and I'll be able to show you guys the digital version of feed, the version of feed I'm currently working on in real life. Add like a background, like put like a sky background for a feed, and then get out a really low angle, and then it's gonna look like realistic floating clouds in the background. Of course, you guys can tell it's super messy in here. Little poop piles around here, around there, and over there. I just felt so overwhelmed when I walked into the other room because there's just two tables going on, two different projects. This way, it's more compartmentalized. So I'm like sorting on this table, building on that table, and then over here I can work on the clone base separately. If I really wanted to, I can go over there and admire 1313. I have been dusting this area with the vacuum cleaner. Has a little attach on to the little nozzle, and it works perfectly. And that's like the best way to clean Lego because it picks up all the dust and you don't have to clean up afterwards. But I'm absolutely loving the new layout design because it was so annoying walking back and forth just for one single part. So the majority of the building will take place on the table over there. Hey guys, just got off of work. Found a pretty cool sale. I got a few containers. As you guys can tell, there's just a few. I think I remember counting there's 80 individual containers. But a container is a container. It doesn't matter if it's like for food or for Lego. These ones were really nice because they're nice depth. And I got freaking 60 of those. There's 5 in each package and there's 6 up here. So that's 30 and then 2 in height. So it's 60 in total. Then there's 4 of these larger ones. What I'm going to probably do is use these ones for Lego and then come over here and use these ones for, you know, meal preps because I have to make lunch for work nowadays. Before I would just drive home, but now I have to be back by a certain time, so I just rather make my entire meal ahead of time, which is this is a lifesaver right here. I'll just keep that off to the side. There's only one of the larger 2-pack containers, which is still for food. I'll probably keep these off to the side. But these square ones are perfect for Lego. And the fact that they're all the same size boxes and there's so many of them, this is what I was waiting for. Nice clearance deal that can really supply the storage container problem I'm getting. Of course, this is temporary because I'm not going to always have these little cheap plastic containers. There's going to be nice sorting cabinet and everything. But this is just temporary for now. It was just too much of a good deal for me to pass up. So here in my sorting room, finally got all these containers over here. And this is one of the sections of the sorting room that I just like, I walk by it like every single day. There's always a part of me is like, I know I need to sort this out. And there's always that resistance, that little voice in my head saying, just walk by it, do it tomorrow. When that little voice in your head just says that every single day, a month goes by and it still sits here. Another month that goes by. I'm trying to overcome that feeling of resistance, that little voice. And hopefully this right here motivates me to even want to sort out more stuff. I could start taking these apart. But I must say, guys, working from 3 to 12 and then changing your schedule like 180 to 6 to 4 has been probably one of the best decisions I've ever made because I feel like I have a life now and I can come home and work on something that I like to do. And I always liked what I did at work. That's why I always went. I tried to always show up, but some days I never felt like I wanted to get up at all. A lot of life stuff and a lot of situational stuff. So if anyone out there feels like they don't belong or or upset with their life situation, just make one improvement every single day. And over a month, you won't be the same person you were a month ago. You'll be a brand new person. Maybe you made a video about how you acted at the time. Compare that to how you act now, and you'll be able to see the drastic improvement you've made over time. No one else will notice around you because everyone's kind of acclimated to your energy and vibes. But the moment that you step away from yourself and view yourself from a third person perspective, like I do with these YouTube videos, I always criticize the way I speak, the awkward pauses, the mannerisms. Having some sort of video log is so important nowadays. And it doesn't matter whatever it is. It could be you walking your dog. It could be you going to the gym. It could be anything. People will watch anything nowadays. If it's good or bad, they don't care. People do not care what they watch. Unfortunately, with TikTok, has infested all of social media. I always try to avoid the YouTube Shorts now because it's just a rabbit hole. I'll click on it and then 30 minutes goes by and what have I got done? Nothing. If you ever find yourself in that rabbit hole, look at Alice. She went into the rabbit hole and she never came out. Don't be an Alice. So I finished unpacking all of these, total of 60 containers right here. And these are perfect what I'm doing right here because every single time I had these little containers, they would always fill up to the brim and be overflowing because there's no opening on this side. And a lot of times my dad, when he's bored, he'll just come in here and like sort some Lego. But the way he does it, he'll just fill up this container and then still continue filling it until right here, like there's a crap ton of gray parts that just overflowed. But it doesn't matter because I still have to sort the parts that he sorted. But these containers are a lot larger, that can hold a lot larger parts and more parts. And they have lids to go with it too, which is even better. So the number one takeaway from this, be patient with your purchases, be mindful who you are, and you'll grow over time. No doubt about it.
Rainstorm on my soul, cleansed dirt and mud. Spiritual battle scars deeply carved in blood. Fell down but got up, grace pulled me from the dark. Life divine symphony in the fire sparks. Heaven's call ringing, echoes in the night. Guided by an unseen light path, pure and tight. Burdens heavy but faith carrying me sky high. Firm grip on hope, closer to the sky. Eyes raised up where tears of joy streaming. Past behind, new dawn gleaming. Chains shattered, free to walk righteous. With each step struggling less and less. Scripture verses breathing life to bones brittle. Miracles and wonders, not just spoken riddle. Heartbeat sync with divine melody. Life anew found in his remedy. Storms rage, but peace within. Hope unbreakable, triumph over sin. Valley shadow seems long, but light I see. Faith moves mountains, setting my soul free. Eyes raised up where tears of joy streaming. Past behind, new dawn gleaming. Chains shattered, free to walk righteous. With each step struggling less and less. Heaven's call ringing, echoes in the night. Guided by an unseen light, path pure and tight. Burdens heavy but faith carrying me sky high. Firm grip on hope, closer to the sky. Heaven's call ringing, echoes in the night. Guided by an unseen light, path pure and tight. Burdens heavy but faith carrying me sky high. Firm grip on hope, closer to the sky. Eyes raised up where tears of joy streaming. Past behind, new dawn gleaming. Chains shattered, free to walk righteous. With each step struggling less and less. verses breathing life to bones brittle. Miracles and wonders, not just spoken riddle. Heartbeats sync with divine melody. Life anew found in his remedy. Scripture verses breathing life to bones brittle. Miracles and wonders, not just spoken riddle. Heartbeats sync with divine melody. Life anew found in his remedy. Scripture verses breathing life to bones brittle. Miracles and wonders, not just spoken riddle. Heartbeats sync with divine melody. Life anew found in his remedy. Scripture verses breathing life to bones brittle. Miracles and wonders, not just spoken riddle. Heartbeats sync with divine melody. Life anew found in his remedy. Storm rage but peace within. Hope unbreakable, triumph over sin. Valley shadow seems long, the light I see. Faith moves mountains, set my soul free.